Afternoon, YouTubers and subscribers. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, and my co-host Martin has finally come back, and so I wanted to introduce you to Martin and what we're going to be getting up to, but also just say a massive thank you. We went live on Wednesday of this week. We put the channel up, and we're at 50 subscribers already, and we just want to keep growing that. But now we're at 50, we can actually get YouTube Live working. So we've applied for that, and the intention is in the next week or so we're going to start doing YouTube Lives with guests and after show as well. So you've got the feedback after we've done our podcast. But Martin, introduce yourself.
Adam, how we doing, mate? Literally flown in from the States, went over and had a fantastic time over there on my freedom passes, the ones that we managed to blag while we were out there in Tampa. So, funnily enough, I actually went to reception because my freedom pass was due to run out. And I asked them, what do I do about getting, next year's freedom pass for Universal and Disney? And the lady said, "Oh, just give me a minute." She went out the back, come back, spoke to management, and she'd given me another year of freedom passes for all the parks in Orlando. So what a result!
Mate,
We'll be going
that's
back,
epic.
mate.
Oh,
I know.
fantastic. Oh, well done. You
Yeah,
don't ask, you don't get. And that's the
exactly.
thing, right? The Americans, they just look after everyone. Thank you for your service,
Absolutely,
clapping,
mate.
but everyone means it. Over here, we were to go to Alton Towers and ask for that, we might get a 50p off voucher for Burger
Yeah,
King.
you get
Just,
chinned off, mate.
mate,
Absolutely. They really do look after their service, whether it's blue light or military, and all their veterans, to all of them services. Everybody that, saw my freedom pass or, in the shopping malls and stuff like that, show them your veteran pass, your defence discount and stuff. And they, apart from saluting you, they are so grateful.
yeah,
I wouldn't want them to salute me. I wasn't an officer, obviously, but they are so grateful for everything that their service personnel do, and also us as their closest ally and the
absolutely.
Brits. Yeah. So you caught actually, mate. You've you've caught me in obviously in my decorating clothes. While I've been, going through my resettlement and stuff, as you're aware, and some of the viewers will be as well. We get like a termination period, don't we? And my termination period was like 48 days or something like that. So I've taken full advantage of that, and I had a bit of time in between doing resettlement courses and stuff like that. But yeah, so I've been doing all the work on the house and taking full advantage of that time off before I've got to start a new job in that, which is going pretty well.
Brilliant.
I've actually had a job offer, and I've got another interview. We won't go into them. It's not fair. It's not fair on the companies and stuff. But going back to the resettlement stuff and that, and I know I've mentioned it in some of our previous podcasts and asked for advice from some of
Yeah.
our amazing guests. Because most of them were service, if not all of them so far, have been service leavers. So, the one thing I took away from it, and the one thing I have done is, taken full advantage of that, that resettlement package that is offered. So, any of our listeners, or anyone watching, or anyone thinking about joining the military, and then obviously doing your career and coming out, just grab the bull by the horns and get as much out of that as you possibly can, because one of the courses I did, Adam, was the Building Heroes course, and
Yeah.
it's totally free for service leavers as long as you're in your last 6 months of service leaving. And it doesn't matter how long you've done either, you've just got to have served. And actually, on my course, there was some people that were job seekers. So
Okay.
they'd actually taken people from the job centre that were seeking work, and they'd been told to go and do this course with us guys. And they held their own. It doesn't matter. So there are courses out there for people to do. But what that Building Heroes course has given me, mate, is the confidence to and the ability to be able to do this work myself and not have to call a plumber, not have to, get a paint and decorator, a plasterer, a carpenter, etc., etc. It teaches you the basics, and it's such a fantastic 6-week course. It's at college, and you get a qualification out of it as well. You get a multi-skills qualification. So
Brilliant.
if you did want to go into the industry, you've got something to show that you've got some sort of qualification in that. But yeah, I mean, mate, I've done amazing things in this house that I wouldn't have been able to do before that course.
Yeah, well, I've seen the work you've done. Can
Yeah.
you square away my rusty old radiator? I'm just
So
trying to cover it with my
square your
arm.
radio away. Yeah, no dramas, mate. You'll have to take it out and give it a sandblast.
Oh, mate, can't be asked. Too heavy. Back snacking from doing stupid stuff all my life.
Parachuting.
But with we were sort of talking, so we're introducing ourselves now, like on the YouTube channel. We really want to get this
Yeah,
channel growing. We're going to be totally open with people. We want them to engage with us, and
yeah,
we'll
exactly.
share some of our experiences. We're not going to do a massive brain dump on one or two podcasts. We'll do it over, days and weeks and months of different things we've done, operational
Yeah,
tours, courses we did, all the fun stuff, all the stupid stuff. But I think just as a quick, it's like 2 minute lowdown, so people understand your background,
yeah, sure.
probably where you started, where you went,
Yeah.
where you finished.
Yeah, so I joined the army when I was 18 years old. I went down the careers office and signed up after the Twin Towers came down. That was
Yeah,
the main drive for me. I knew that there was going to be conflict. I felt like I owed it to the country, the world, whatever. I sat there and watched that, and I was like, "I'm off. See you later, mum."
yeah,
So that was the reason really why I joined, and I've spoke to so many people over the years that joined for the because that's when I joined, and that's my sort of cohort, if you like, whether
yeah.
that be American or British. I've got pals over in the 82nd Airborne, and they all joined for very similar reasons. And as we've mentioned before, they do sort of recruit from society, very similar people, if you like.
Yeah.
So that's why I joined. And I went off to Purbright. I did my basic training, and then I volunteered to go to a specialist unit, which was Parachute Regiment, Royal Horse Artillery. And I know we've cracked jokes about that before, but in all honesty, it's a fantastic unit. They do good stuff. Without them,
Yeah.
the battle just doesn't happen. And I know we have the banter with the Parachute Regiment and all the other, para units and stuff, but if you ask one of them, would you go without the unit, without seven, they would all probably say no, because
No.
you just need that support. And what that is, mate, it's artillery support, it's air support, it's fire support, and
Yeah.
that's its primary role, to support the ground troops. With fires. So
Which
without
you've
going
done,
to
haven't you? We've had
yeah,
guests on
yeah,
before where we didn't
yeah,
realise, and you were sending in the artillery support so
yeah,
they
that's
could
right.
extract out of locations or go in on
Yeah,
attacks. And
yeah,
20 years
exactly.
later,
Yeah, I was, whether you see it this way or the other way, I was quite fortunate that, I was able to do the job that we've been trained to do. Whether you
yeah,
see it fortunate or not, I don't know. But that's why you join the army, isn't it? Because you
of
want
course
to,
it is.
you want to. So yeah, so I was quite fortunate, and that's the way I feel about it. That I was able to go away and and do the job that we've been trained to do. We won't go into detail. We can do that in later. Let sessions
Yeah.
and stuff. I won't get into the nitty gritty or anything. But so yeah, I spent most of my military career with 7 Power RHA.
Yeah.
Um,
Power trained.
and yeah, passed P company, done my basics jumps course, got a couple of different foreign wings, got German and American foreign wings, and obviously the British ones from my basic jumps course with the Brits, and continuation jumping through
Yeah.
my career. But I've not always been with Seven. I took the opportunity to promote and get away for a bit. I spent some time as an instructor, training recruits. Which was a fantastic job. A
Yeah.
lot of job satisfaction from that. And I dipped back into Seven as a staff sergeant. I went back as a CQMS, BQMS, if you like, and then picked up WO2 and went up to 4th Regiment as the RQ. I spent 4 years then as an RQ with 4th, and then down to the Scottish Gunners,
Yeah.
19 Regiment. Both them two regiments, great regiments, both gone through re-rolling recently, so they've
Yeah.
got their challenges at the moment. With the way the army's shaping itself at the moment,
Yeah.
and a lot of
That's all
units
right.
have either grown or got smaller, and they've got new equipment, or they haven't got any equipment at the moment. Because they're waiting for
We could do
etc.
a whole
etc.
episode on that.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. So yeah, and then I was fortunate enough to pick up the battery sergeant major appointment back at 7 Power RHA, and I did that for just over a year. And then I had a little bit of a hiccup, you know, and people have hiccups through their careers, mate. I just left it till the last minute. So, but you know, in hindsight, it opened other doors for me, as you know, Adam.
Exactly.
You've helped me out, you know, just with doing this and other bits and bobs. You know, the surveyor training that you've been helping me with and putting me through. I can't thank you enough. You know, I don't need to do it. You know how I feel
We'll
about.
touch on that all
Yeah,
another
yeah,
day, you know.
exactly.
But I think you got some good tours in those. You've been
Yeah,
around the world,
yeah, exactly.
married, had kids. You got an amazing. Your health's
Yeah.
fantastic. Your knees aren't knackered.
uh,
Everything's golden.
knees and back are completely shot, but yeah, yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
tours. You know, operational tours. I did 4 operational tours, and then I travelled. You know, to some really fantastic Kenya,
Hey,
America.
hang on, mate. Do you want to see my new magic trick? Watch this. Okay.
Go
Hang on.
on.
It's making me lean.
What a service!
Oh, mate. Nothing there. That's married life, mate. No
Nothing
brew.
there. No
No.
way.
Should we try again?
Go again, mate. See if it comes in. Ready?
She's Martin.
Oh, hello, Claire. How are you? Oh, well done. That's what this is all about, though. Is keeping it.
That's
Is
Mrs. AMS there. She, but service with a smile.
we'll have a few. We'll have a few of them through the. Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
that's good.
it obviously started to, you know, made the decision that it was time to, you know, open another door and have a different chapter in life, and which
Perfect.
I am. You know, I'm at the moment living life to the max and exploring loads of different opportunities, which is great. You know.
Well, let's touch on that in another one because we want to turn this into a.
Yeah.
We don't want to do too much, but quickly, 30-second thought on the country at the moment.
My thought on what's going on with the country. So obviously it's difficult because you've got a new government coming in having to pick up, you know, all of the pieces from the previous government, and they've had to make some really difficult decisions, and we all knew that that was going to be key, whether it was going to be, you know, reform, whether it was going to be Labour, whether it was going to be Lib Dems, whatever government got in, they were going to have to make some difficult decisions
Yeah.
to get this country, you know, crawling again. That's, you know, running again. Sorry, not at the moment we're just crawling. But a lot of their decisions that a lot of the things that they're doing don't sit well with the public
No.
because they're unpopular decisions, like, you know, the pensioners' fuel allowance, just cutting that the way that they cut that after Starmer saying, you know, in his lead up to his to getting into to number 10 was, you know, he felt sorry for pensioners and that they didn't have enough money and blah, you know, there's an actual full interview of him talking about, and then his government's come in and just pulled that, you know, that rug from underneath pensioners' feet. And, you know, they're the backbone. They're why we're here, you know, that
Yeah.
generation, and we need to look after them and support them. And taxing their pensions and taking their allowances away and stuff, I just, it's bonkers, mate. And that's, you know, just to pull one thing out of it, that would be the one thing.
Does it stop recording? Just
No, it's still going, mate. 14, yeah, it's still going, I think. At my end, anyway.
mine's done something weird. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's cool.
Let's
I mean,
just,
I got
yeah,
to be honest. This Riverside app, you know, we've tried out all the different apps, haven't we? And I don't rate it. I think it's a bit glitchy. So I think we'll do a whole episode on the right setup for podcasts and
yeah.
everything else.
All right.
But I think we're going to chin this one off and go YouTube live, record, just go back to Zoom and stuff. So much easier.
Yeah, all right, mate. No worries.
But yeah, mate. So we got a podcast on tonight. We're recording,
Yeah,
so looking forward to that. We'll obviously let everyone know what that's going to be
yeah.
closer to the
It's going to
time
be a
when we
good
get
one.
ready to release. Really want to get onto YouTube live now. We'll start smashing that, and letting, like, you know, all our subscribers and everyone wants to watch. They can sort of get the updates on where we're going. Ask us questions if they want to get
Yeah.
anyone on the show. If they want to ask you or me a question, what we've done, where we've been, whatever it might be, mate. They can get some decorating tips off you now. Be epic. I mean, you could be like the new child.
I mean, the way I see, that's the way I see where I fit in, you know, and most of our viewers will be, you know, military or ex. There's so much out there that people just don't know about, and like, if anyone's got a question, and you know, even if I don't know the answer to it, me and you will go out and we'll find out what the answer is for the question, won't we? And we'll get
Yeah.
back to you and we'll let you know And from your introduction the other day, mate, you know, you said about the retreat and stuff like that. That's a fantastic opportunity, and it's
Yeah.
really nice of you to put that out there, Adam. But that's the type of bloke that you are, you know, and your family as well. It's the type of people you are, and you've let me and Laura stay there when we was having a bit of an hard time with my hiccup, you know, and again, you know, it was an opportunity that I took, and it was fantastic, and it just reset me a little bit. So, you know, if anyone's out there listening and they're having a bit, take Adam up on that opportunity, whether it's just one night, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Have a look at
Anyway,
it, mate.
cheers,
No,
man.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks.
let's wrap this one up. I'll get it
Yeah,
edited.
cool.
I might chuck a couple of little photos of you when you had a six pack in, and
You know what? I've got a six pack of Stella now.
Right, exactly, and we both. But yeah, no, that's good. And then we'll get these subscribers on. We'll keep plugging, you know,
Yeah,
and let's just really enjoy this channel. Have
yeah,
some fun with it, and
yeah, exactly. Thanks to everyone for subscribing.
yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. And subscribing doesn't cost a penny. It
It
sounds like it
doesn't.
does, but it's nothing. It just means you
Just
get our
push that
updates.
button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Cool.
Nice one.
Right, I'm going back to
All right, buddy.
painting. See
See
you
you
later,
later.
Adam.
Bye
Cheers,
bye.
bud. Thanks. Bye.